You're seeking to stand for the position of the president of Uganda, and one would quickly ask, why do you want to be the president of Uganda?
Thank you so much. First of all, I want to thank the people of Uganda for giving me an opportunity to speak to them, to begin with. I also want to thank the people of Bugisu who gave me an opportunity to be a member of parliament for 25 years. And all people of Uganda have seen me. Of course, this is a man who was the chairman of National Economy and Parliament, was the chairman of Public Accounts Committee, who was a leader of opposition, who was a member of parliament, who loves this country with one heart. So also in politics, I started as the deputy treasurer general of the party until now I'm a secretary general. And I can tell you that I love the country and I'm a worker. So that's why what makes me first thank my party for giving me an opportunity to carry their flag as a presidential candidate. And this candidate they have given an opportunity to carry is a servant you can rely on. I can tell you what gives me an opportunity, morale to stand as the president is that I can tell you I've come here to fix this economy so that the people of Uganda can have their money in their pocket, and the poverty is a history. For 40 years, we must thank Mzee Museveni, whatever he has done it. We're not coming to destroy what he has done. We're coming to build on what he has built. Where there are no bridges, we build. Where there has failed, we sort it out. Where they are broken, we help it. So this country needs new blood. And that new blood is me, who comes with good, fresh ideas. Because I come with experience in economy, in accounting. I'm a teacher, in a farmer. Where I've been a success story. I'm a chairman of a cooperative union. The only one in Uganda is a success story. All cooperative unions are dead, and there is no country which can develop without cooperatives. India, you can see, Britain, you can see, America, you can see. So what makes me happy that I'm a candidate is that when I'm given an opportunity, I'll fix, and this country will be good for all of us. Nobody made application to God to be born in Uganda. We're all born here. So this is the only country we have, and we have the best weather.
All right. Honorable, I was privileged enough to cover the launch of the manifesto, FDC manifesto, your manifesto, and the manifesto's theme is fixing the economy, money in our pockets. And so many Ugandans don't have money in their pockets. There's no food. People do not have food on the table. So many people are poor. At least as per statistics that we know, at least 7 million Ugandans live way below poverty line. Of course, that figure is contested, but some people say that number could be up. So what is your plan? How exactly do you intend to fix the economy and put money in people's pockets, the pockets of Ugandans?
Let me give you the right figure. 84% live on 27%. They're either being supported, begging, being fed by 27. So those who wake up in the morning to work in the production are 26. So that means you cannot, if you are depending on somebody, you're poor. I get engaged. So that's why I want to say that the figures of the current regime of President Museveni are not right. If the GDP, you said your GDP has grown, where is it translating in people's pockets? Because GDP should be a translation down in pockets. So poverty is with us because we are living on wrong statistics. People cook statistics. We are living in denial. That people, okay. So if President Museveni wants to know that is in denial, let him give me an opportunity, then he will see that is denial. So now, why are we saying this? Do we need to remove the denial and do work? Every year they steal 10 trillion shillings in corruption. If this money is stopped, which can be only stopped by me, because 40 years, James Museveni can't, because he has failed, it means I will have 7.2 trillion going to villages, 100 million per year. For 5 years, that's 500 million. If the villagers put that money to what I know they will do, there will be a change. If I have water for everybody, for agriculture and for people, production, Uganda can produce anything. It's an agricultural country. The only problem is that what do we do is post-harvest? Do we have marketing? Do we have cooperatives to deal with this farmer, to help them manage? So those are the things we come to fix. We need a cooperative bank. We need an agricultural bank. We need everybody to be treated equally. There is no English, there is no mathematics teacher. They are the same. Teachers are teachers. If you don't have an English teacher to teach you English, you will not do math because math is written in English.
Yes.
So what we are saying is that we come to fix the country. The country is disunited. You need a united country. Regions are raising against regions. The youth are unemployed. There's a lot of these youth are energetic. We need to put money in the productive sector, and the money is there. So I come to fix the economy by making sure I put money in the productive sector to create employment, to look at interest groups like the elderly, to ensure human capital is very developed, to ensure we invest in strategic investments like roads, like railway, to ensure that businesses thrive.
Hearing you, Honorable, looks like you and the NRM party president, who is the candidate right now, are nearly reading from the same script, because what you're saying is what he said yesterday as well, ensuring that employment opportunities are given to the youth, ensuring that money is given to the people. Of course, we've seen that already happening with the PDM, and you said you're not going to give that money to the parishes alone, you're taking it down to the villages. You're one of the finest economists that this country has ever produced. I mean, you've worked with the World Bank, you've worked with URA. Do you believe in the sort of bottom-up economic model? Can that work for this country?
Now, you see, an economy is how you feel it. And I can tell you, I have advised governments, like Tanzania government, have done well. President Museveni should not be speaking. Because if he had been given opportunity for 40 years, why hasn't he fixed it? In fact, he's roasting our manifesto. Because when we said we're going to the village, now he says going to the village. When we said every school must have a sports facility, now he's saying that before you register a school, you must have a sports facility. Are you getting it? When we said we're going to increase salaries for local councils, he says he's going to increase. Where have you been? So he's copying our manifesto because he has failed. So we're not reading from the same script. He was there. He is there. What failed him? That's why we say you need now a person who has been advising you to do it and you have failed. Because this parish model, yes, would have worked well if it took what it takes, we had asked. But how much? How many? Have everybody got the money? We're saying a money to develop, you don't develop from the top. You develop from bottom.
That's bottom-up economic
model. Exactly. You see, the moment you generate the bottom, because that is the workforce, they will produce. Who digs? You mean the people in the offices in Ministry of Finance are the ones who dig? The people who dig are those farmers in the what? In the village. Empower them to dig. And they will produce for the economy. And Uganda is an agricultural economy. That's why we should put 10%. You read the manifesto. 10% should go to agriculture. Now, no farmer can go and dig or go to school when he's hungry, or rather when he's sick. So you must ensure hospitals are there. That's why we're saying all regional hospitals now referral should become referral hospitals in those areas. So that people can, instead of running to Kampala, Mulago, you're in Arua. I get it. So, in short, he's reading from our script, not his. Because he had the script, he should have implemented.
Well, we know politicians copy manifestos of each other, but fair enough.
And by the way, you are aware we're the only first party to produce a manifesto for this election.
I can confirm that.
And we have already launched it. So that shows anybody who wants should use his own different idea.
Honorable, let's talk about the youth, because so many youths are graduating every year. We know that government has just about 480,000 jobs, if the words of the President Museveni are anything to go by. If by any chance you become the president of Uganda, so many unemployed youths out there, despite them having skills. We had the president yesterday saying that he's going to generate a special fund for graduates who would have finished school, but within 2 years they don't have any job. He's going to create a special fund for them. But what plans do you have if you be elected as the president of Uganda?
And of course that's good enough. You read our manifesto. He said that every youth who leaves university must be given 1 million note to go and start up. I can tell you the youth are the energetic. If we invest in the productive sector, jobs will be created. We should not look at public sector as the only employment. You understand? The private sector is a generator. The productive sector is a generator. I have my 2 sons, they're in fishing. They finished with very good degrees. Now they are in fishing, they are doing fish ponds, and when they are doing their fish ponds, now they have employed 62 people, young boys. So that means if everybody went and invested in the productive sector, we will have what? Money. So we have a deliberate effort that we put money in the productive sector. Now a business collapse. You understand? Why should you overtax people? You know, this country, what you do, widen the tax base, have many people to tax, very little, instead of getting a few and you plug a tax on them, and they will collapse. That's why you say now the few who are there cannot generate what? Jobs. Now you make it wider, invest, allow business to thrive, and there will be generation of employment. And they used to get a lot of jobs. We have a very good strategic plan. If you read our manifesto, how to create jobs, there will be no more njaga. No more. These boys smoke njaga and they go because they have nothing to do. They are committing crime because they have nothing to do. I'll make them sure they are employed. They go and work in the morning, and in the evening they come and do better things.
All right, for the benefit of our viewer, Njaga that the Honorable is referring to is marijuana anyway. Let's talk about the point that we've just gotten out of. That is taxation, over-taxation. A lot of money is being collected from Ugandans, but in the long run, we're seeing unnecessary spending. Look at the size of our parliament. So many MPs, over 500 of them, and a lot of money is going into waste. As a poor country, because we are one of the poorest countries in the world, at least among the 30 poorest countries in the world, Uganda is among them. What plans do you have to, ensure that unnecessary spending by the government does not happen?
That's true. Let me give an example of parliament. First of all, we've created many districts, and every district comes with a woman MPP, comes with LC 5 and whatever. If you have read our manifesto, we're saying, no, we have to check representation. If we are now insisting on the districts, let one district bring a man and a woman. But also there are some districts which don't deserve to be districts. They are just tiny villages. So what are we trying to put up? Is that the administration costs are too high. And this causes us a problem. And this is what we should deal with. I hope you are getting it. So that's why we said there's a lot of wastage. First of all, corruption takes about 10 trillion. The wastage in administration is 7 trillion, that's 17 trillion. If we curtail that and put money in productive, will be better. But also, because we need that money, we must tax. And when we are taxing, we will overtax the few who are registered. That's very bad. We need to get not very many people in the tax bill, so that we take little, not too much. And even those few we are taxing, the money we're getting is not doing anything. It's stolen, poor service delivery. And the people even say, I'm paying taxes for what? And this causes a problem. And this is why there's a problem of that. So we need to look at a wider tax base, little tax, but the money we collect be put to productive sector so that the person who pays tax will sit. And by the way, taxing is not that we tax people who are in a formal sector. Even when you buy sugar, you're paying tax because it's VAT.
You buy a beer,
you buy a tax. So even if you buy a soap, you're paying what? Tax. So there's a lot. But if you had many people putting service, that tax on soap and sugar would be lower. So instead of buying half a kilo, you'll buy a kilo.
Honorable, we are winding up this interview, but let's talk about the issue of fronting a joint candidate as opposition. That talk has been there for some time, but we are again seeing that all of you, everybody wants to be the president. And if there's anybody who is so happy at the moment is the incumbent president, Yoweri Museveni, because he knows so many opposition forces are coming to fight him, and that definitely means there's going to be a lot of division of votes. Why has it become so difficult for the opposition to front a joint candidate, to challenge President Museveni?
I think we have always tried it. You remember in 2011, we had the IPC. In 2016, we had, you remember what is it, what was that? Where there was a Mama and a Biesige. We have tried. But what is the problem? Is that each of us would hope that this would be the joint candidate. Sometimes it doesn't become one, or it's there. For example, if we had said PPF will have a joint candidate, where is it? If it was ANT, if it was DP, if it was UPC. So we want to state that this can be also worked on as the nominations go on. In the middle, you can come and what? Unite forces.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that it is too late. it is possible.
Okay.
As we go ahead, we can unite forces. And I can tell you that this time, I don't think Mzee M7 is happy. He's going to get difference of results. I am a candidate who comes with no baggage, a uniting factor, who wants to make sure that Uganda is one.
All right.
And reconcile this country. So I'm sure even the NRM will support me.
Finally, from me, according to statistics, FDC, of course, in 2021, when he fronted, that is Patrick Oboy Amuriat, the current president, as for the position of president of Uganda, he got 337,589 votes, and that is out of 10.7 million votes, so to say. That represented 3.26% of the entire votes. In fact, for a matter of fact, the number of votes that FDC got is equivalent to the number of invalid votes in that presidential elections. How many votes do you think you can garner this time? Could the support be bigger than that of 2021, given that the party has faced a lot of division since 2023?
There's no division in the party. It's just a few individuals.
There is so many people left away.
No, who? It is a very...
There's the left, Lukwago left, so many I can name.
Now, Lukwago left in the party. Has he stood as a president? For him, he wants only to be a Lord Mayor. Mukira municipality wants only to be a member of parliament. If they wanted to lead the country, why didn't one of them become a president? So those are selfish people. Dr. Biesiga left the party in 2012, but who has been a member. He left the HEM at 2012. He was a presidential candidate in 2016. We are a good party. And him, his mistake is that he wants only to be at the HEM, which is not right. But let me tell you, this party is united. If it was not there, you have taken experience of the signatures. We got all the signatures in the whole country without any problem because we were a party, a national party. Now, the number of votes in 2021, that was an election, was an operation. You saw that man was arrested over 70 times. Poor. He was tear gassed everywhere. He suffered. So do you think that was an election? No. What we're going in, you can see for yourself we're going in an election. If Electoral Commission referee is free and fair, you'll see Nandala winning. Because I have advertised myself for 25 years. That's in civil service, I advertised myself for over 10 years. So I come with an advert and a billboard, well known. And they are saying, if you give Nandala an assignment, he's a worker you can rely on, a servant you can rely on. So this is the only person who can work. So if you are looking for a worker, it is me. So everybody needs a worker. And it is the best. And who doesn't want money? So this is a man who comes with experience. And when he says he will fix the economy and the money in our pockets, you are going to have it. Forget about stories of Mzee M7 saying, I'm going to do it. 40 years down the road, he has failed. And I want to leave you with this. Even King David ruled for 40 years. You're going to read 1 Chronicles, chapter 29, verse 26, 27. So maximum is 40 years. Muslims, a dua, 40 days. Jesus fasted for many days.
40 days, that it is.
The
Museveni has ruled for 40 days.
The children of Israel were in the wilderness for how many years?
40.
The days of the thief for how many?
Honorable, 40 is the number. Let's leave it for that. But thank you so much for speaking to us this morning, and we wish you all the best as you head to your nomination.